Do you suffer from some type of mental disability or mental illness, and you feel like the world is getting heavy and your shoulders are just having to host up so much, and you're thinking about harming yourself? Please don't. This world means so much more than you may ever know. There are people in this world that care about you. I care about you. Okay? And you don't have to go at this fight alone. If you are feeling like you need to harm yourself or harm someone around you, please reach out and call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-8255. You are not alone in this war. There are people who are willing to battle with you, including myself. If you feel afraid or you don't feel comfortable contacting them, then feel free to reach out to me on any of my social media feeds. I do respond to all messages. I am more than willing to have conversations and walk along with you on this journey. You are not the only one feeling how you feel. It's just a matter about getting around people who feel the same way you do and making sure that you can help each other get through the storm. Whether you know it or not, you've already been a survivor. Now let's talk some football. What up, though, Pride Nation? Welcome back to another Field Review podcast show where we talk all things Detroit.Lions football. And if you know anything about me, you know that my picture generally is going to have some type of reference to what I'm going to talk about. And in this case, we're talking about Calvin Johnson because Calvin Johnson had a very intriguing interview, and I thought there were some trinkets in it that I enjoy, and I thought that the Lion fan base should enjoy. It does give you a question of when is enough, but we'll get into that. So kind of let you know, we're going to talk about the Calvin Johnson interview with Woodward Sports. We're going to also be talking about Ndamukong Suh's response to a fan. We're going to also be talking about Jeff Okudah and a host of other Lions topics, including your questions. All right, people. Now, let me just be 100% clear with you. The entire plan was to have a show yesterday. And I literally sat down and had my children lay on me, and I went straight to sleep. Telling you right now. Soon as they got on me, whatever stress I had from the world went right out the door, and to sleep we all went. So that's why there was no show yesterday. Sorry about it, but it wasn't. All right, now that's the first part of it. The other thing is this. If you want a picture of you or in your dad or you and your children featured on my annual Father's Day video that I do with my children, please send it to me ASAP. I really need it by tomorrow, okay? I really need it by tomorrow. Let me be clear, people. Please, somebody send me a photo that, okay, I'm going to be honest. Please make sure the photo is tasteful. Somebody sent me a photo with them in the strip club. You can see full naked women with them in the strip club with their father. I'm not going to put their name out there, but I can't put that on my video, okay? I can't put somebody with the double D rack out there on the video. If you're sending me a photo for Father's Day, send me a good photo, okay? I had somebody also send me a photo with drugs clearly in the background. Like, I'm talking keys. I can't put that on my video. So make it tasteful, people. You know, I want to put up there and have you get your praise and stuff, but God, no photos like that, please. Secondly, because I got to do this. And y'all know me, I believe in celebrating people. And if you give me good news, I'll share it with the world. I want to give a happy birthday to Jim Live. That's right, people. This is one of those special birthdays. You know, every now and then you get those special birthdays. You know, the 16, you get the 50, you know, you get these cool birthdays. Well, in this case, this is one of those milestones where you become the legal age to drink. And if you know anything about that good old number of 21, then you know it's about to be a party. So to my good buddy out there, Mr. Jim Live, who got a great YouTube channel. If you have not subscribed to it, please do so. It's exactly how you see it there spelled. Happy birthday to you, sir. May God bless you with 100 more. And you know, and be blessed and safe as you celebrate your birthday, aka your holiday, aka a day where the earth felt the need to add another good person to it. So make sure you celebrating it responsibly. and having fun. But as always, happy birthday in chat. Can y'all make sure y'all give him some love too? 100%. Show him some love in the chat. Let's see who we got with us in the chat. Speaking of the chat, try to be quick about this. I got a lot of stuff to cover, people. All right, we got BD Buster, CJ, Midwest Lion, John Bradshaw, Bulgarius, Lions, the Lions Share. I gotta say it that way. The Lions Share. We got Jason Smith. We got JGB, Omar Pacheco. I hope I said that right. Ghost Gunner. We got One Funky Lion Fan. We got Craig Bevins. We got Izzy777. We got Samuel Pat. I hope I said that right. Let me see. We got JGB. We got the birthday boy himself, Mr. Jim Live. Shout out to you. Yes, Jim. I got pictures with strippers. Listen, I'm talking. It was one step away from being an X-rated movie. Like I can't put that on my video. So I just want to put it out there. We got You Can Hate Me Now, Mackenzie in the building. We got One Pride 40. Let me see. AB is in the building. Brian Farrell is in the building. December Sage is in the building. What's this? Conservative Will is in the building. We got Angelo in the building. We got, let me see, make sure I ain't miss nobody, man. And the birthday wishes are coming through. I love it. I think that's what we're supposed to do as One Pride, is we supposed to celebrate each other. We got Carl Campbell in the building. Making sure I don't forget nobody, man. He says, this from Jim Live, the birthday boy. He says, hey, thank you, Luke. It's turn up for 21. Appreciate you so much. 100%. Do it responsibly, but have fun. Have all the fun that you can. Want to hear from you, not about you. Okay. But yeah, have fun. I'm not gonna tell you what I did for my 21st birthday, because apparently people be trying to get me to incriminate myself on things I don't know nothing about. I keep telling people I don't even like tomatoes, yet they keep talking about ketchup. I don't understand it. I just don't understand it. So just putting that out there. We see. Luke, I hope you gave Easy a pep talk for his little match versus Sticks. Oh, Jesus. We gonna leave that one. You know what? I did not give him a pep talk. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't. We got Danielle in the building. Go Lions also is in the building with us. Chris Watts is in there, delusional Lions fan. I'm making sure I ain't missing nobody. People, okay. I'm gonna try to be clean about this, okay? I really am thinking about this. Okay. Calvin Johnson was asked a plethora. First, let me go back. So Calvin Johnson and Rod Sims were on Woodward Sports YouTube channel to promote their company and their product, which most of us, it got many names, right? It's got the Sticky Icky. Let me see. It's got Bud. It's got marijuana. It's got that purple stuff. Let me see. What else is it? What other names they got for it? Ganja, cannabis, whatever you come up with, they were promoting it, right? And I'm like, okay, this is going to be great because they're promoting this, and I'm hoping he's high and relaxed to talk. And so there's some little tricks that came out of there that caught my attention. The first thing they talked to him about was when you know they're heading in the right direction. And I was like, where he going to go with this? But he brought up a point about something that made me think. And I'm going to let you hear the interview. I got to try to skip through it because they technically still live. Well, let me take that back. Calvin Johnson and Rob Sims not on there, but Woodward Sports is still live. So I can't pinpoint the timestamp like I want to. But I'm going to do my best to make this thing work. All right. So the Devil's Lettuce. Mary Jane. Reefer. Kush. Okay. I heard Kush before. But the Devil's Lettuce, I've never heard that one. That one's new. Tactical Pumas in the building. I see Dominique Davis has joined us. Jimbo G, shout out to you, sir. How's the family? You always ask me, and I'm gonna make sure I return that same love back. How's the family? We got the Devil's Lettuce. That good. Wow, we just gonna. What is the gas? It's been called gas before. I don't get that one. Zaza. Boy, I tell you, Cryptochronolite. 93. All right, so I did not think y'all was gonna run with this many names for the herbal tea. Okay, Colorado cabbage. That's a new one. That's a new one. I never heard that one either. He said, "Really, the devil's lettuce is an old reference." I've never smoked marijuana. Sorry, I've never smoked this. I don't know. Purple skunk, I've heard of that. Sour. Now, I've always assumed that sour referred to a different product that's not related to trees, but okay. Y'all is in here tripping today. I see where we at. We feeling good, and that's what I'm talking about. JGB in the building. Captain Crunch. Wait a minute. What's the cap? You know what? Yes, weed is legal in Michigan. Wacky tobacco. I've heard of that one. That's another one. Fire. Oh, that's definitely one. Sour diesel. And okay, never heard of that one. Why would I even do this, knowing that y'all can come up with probably about 100 different names? All right. I don't know why. I do this to myself every single time. All right. So Calvin Johnson gets asked a question. Very clear question. We're going to go through and break down what he's talking about and what were the questions asked. And I think you can enjoy it. Again, shout out to the birthday boy, Jim Live. He hit that 21 and he's about to turn up and have fun. And I hope he do it safely. Now, good people, let's get into my thoughts on Calvin Johnson's interview with Woodward Sports as we listen to him in his interview with who? Woodward Sports. Let's get it.
What do you, or both of you, what do you look at as a former Lion and as a Lions fan as a successful year? Or what would you tell the fans, okay, watch this, look for this, because it is a retool, rebuild.
I would say look at my offensive and defensive line, see what the status of those guys are. I mean, like Rob said, and like we all know, it happens in the trenches, man. You know, when we lost our defensive line right before I left, I think your year, when you left, they dismantled the whole defensive line. You know, Sue gone, Fairley gone, you know, C.J. Mosley gone, and we didn't refill them. You know, so you're not going to win like that when you don't have prominent players at those positions. Yeah, we need.
Boy, let me tell y'all something. I'm a big believer in when people who have done it talk, you listen. And when he went instantly to talking about the trenches, the receiver, stay with me, y'all. The receiver, Calvin Johnson, went straight to talking about the trenches. When they asked him, how do you know when they're heading in the right direction? He talked about the team directing all their attention towards the trenches because that's where you win these games at. And he brings up the point about his time where we had a Sue in the Fairley and things like that. Now, part of it, I think, is a little salty, and I'm a little salty on because he talked about losing Sue, but we lost Sue to pay Stafford and pay him. So that's the problem. You know, they should have kept all three. But as this thing goes further, you're going to get down to they still naming weed. Y'all is in rare form. Y'all is in rare form. Shout out to my man James Gibson. What up, though? He said hashtag red pill. Yes, sir. Put the red pills in there, baby. Fruities, Cookie Monster. Y'all are in the rarest form I have ever seen. What? And it got this many names? Wow. Okay. Platinum Cookie. D-Town is in the building. Malik Mills is in the building. High grade. Y'all, I can't. The Rolls. Did they say the Rolls Royce weed and oh my God. No. No. Y'all is in rare form, man. But he went instantly to the trenches. And he talked about how and why they suffered while he was there because they lost their linemen. They lost their D-line. And if you think about it, that might be singly the number one issue with the Lions. If you don't believe me, stay with me. I guarantee you, and you're going to see it. A video is going to come out about this. I guarantee you. Go and look at that Detroit Lions team after the 91 playoffs. The next year they stunk, but they also did something over that time that was ridiculous. Like they moved on from Jerry Ball, and then you go past that. I remember when we had Jason Jones and we had Kyle Vanderbosch and we had this D line. They moved on from all those people. They moved on from Sue. They moved on from Fairley. Look at Sean Rogers. Every time we had a dominating defensive line, we were headed in the right direction, and they would do a full skirt, hit the brakes, and start over. It makes zero sense. Zero. They literally make zero sense. And then you go through and you look at it and you think to yourself, if that's the right direction, where we could have been had we just stayed course. Now it gets a little bit moon rocks. What the fuck? Energy weed. I mean, y'all really got it. Okay, Looney Tunes in the building. I see you. Dr. Detroit's in the building. But let's be honest though. Let's keep it 100. This team has had a problem keeping its players in pivotal positions. And I'm not talking wide receiver. I believe you can find a receiver a dime a dozen. But there comes a point where you have to be able to identify what is something that they share in common throughout their history. And it has been getting rid of players in key positions. Now, they're asking Calvin about this, and Calvin is going to go on with a little bit more details, and he's going to talk about a few other things, but let's see where Calvin goes with this.
Need receivers and quarterbacks and stuff like that, but you got to move the ball too.
How close was that team, man? And they lost to the Cowboys, but if that team stays together, that's a Super Bowl team.
That's the team. They blew it up.
Because the following years, the offense got so much better, and that the offense wasn't clicking right then. But the following years they did, and then of course we lose Sue and, like you said, Mosley and the rest of the defense.
All happened in 1 year, and they didn't replace them.
Yeah, that's because.
Now I want y'all to understand something. He asked them how close was that team, because that team to me looked like a Super Bowl team. And Calvin and Robson, because y'all can't see their face, they shook their head and was like, right. And Calvin even opens his mouth and said, but they blew it up. We were headed in the right direction, but they blew it up. And I got to looking back. I got to going back to that playoff game, and I'm like, they did blow it up. But you didn't help them out. No way, form or possible. You didn't take no pay cuts. You was the highest paid receiver in the league with the first $100 million guy, right? So you didn't help them. And if they're going to keep Sue, how do they keep Sue, you in Stafford? They're going to have to blow up some other parts, but at that point, you were already going to lose out. This is my issue. We always talk about Tom Brady and he got the Super Bowl rings, but his real greatness comes in his ability to not be selfish. His ability to say, what can you do with my contract that pays me my money, but still makes me get a team? We don't have that. We didn't have that in the beginning. And what Calvin is pointing out to is we have been on the right track and they blow it up. And then that brought me to another point. I went back through history, and sure enough, that happened too. They be heading in the right direction with the D-line. Then they'll get somewhere going good. And all of a sudden, blow it all up. Set it on fire. Toss it out. It's no good. This is the number one pinnacle problem that has been plagued by the Lions. It's one of the reasons why you should get excited this season, because this is the one thing that if you ask most of those players, and this is from a Hall of Fame receiver, the guy who wants the ball, he's like, yeah, you need a quarterback and a receiver. I mean, but you got to be able to have a quarterback be protected and move the ball on the ground. See, this is the thing that people don't realize. Players who are fans of football first know this stuff. There's another segment in here. I'm just kind of skipping to this for a little bit before I go into some other parts of this interview, where they was talking to him like, oh, yeah, I'm a fantasy football person. And I wish I can show y'all the face of Calvin and Rob Sims, the disgust of when they said the word fantasy football. I fell in love with Calvin and Rob Sims all over again, just because they understood what I understood. Nobody gives a shit that plays this game about fantasy football. The people who play fantasy football that plays the game, 9 times out of 10 is doing it because they're betting big money, and they just like, I just want to see if I can beat you, right? But just like, you do this with, with your other fellow football players, and you know for a fact that certain game plans ain't going to feature you. It's just stupid, right? So to get back on track for a second, the trenches is where Calvin said we need to start. Okay, the trenches is where he said we need to start. And he said it's one of the reasons why we suffer, because we never maintained it and we blew it up. Now, Jimbo G says, Luke G, I also meant to add the thing that I've been saying about the Lions. I bring it up many times. Calvin was just greedy. He didn't do anything to help us maintain that D-line. That contract he got, we could have maintained that D-line. If he could have got his head together with Stafford and with Sue and said, what can we do to keep this three together? Because we in the right, we close. No. He got the paycheck. This is why I never felt bad for him when they was like, we need our money back, when he was like, I'm done. No. See, we could have capped people who still playing. Sue's still playing. We could have capped him. We still clamoring. Most fans are still clamoring trying to do it. It said the Lions didn't compete a Super Bowl because they missed the rookie pay scale by a couple of years. That may be the case. But there was opportunity for veterans to take some different routes to give us some help. And they just didn't do it. Okay. It just didn't do it. Now keep in mind, I just look at it, and like I said, it basically boils down to just Tom Brady saying, what do I need to do to get the people I want around me? Like right now, I'm telling you, Patrick Mahomes is going to come to a hard reality. Man, you better do something with that contract, because you're not going to be able to keep players around you. You're going to forever suffer. You may have the world's greatest offense. Your defense is going to suck. And I'm telling you right now, this team, in a way that they talk about it, makes me more excited, because they are building it through the trenches. They are trying to get those guys in play and make sure they have them and work them out in that process. They're trying to do that. They're not trying to sit on it. But Calvin is just pointing out that our big problem came in when we blew up our offensive line, just 1 year removed. That's the same defensive that was like number one against the run, and they were still doing good in terms of getting pressures and stuff. Matter of fact, I think that last year, Sue, as an interior D tackle, interior guy, had like 9.5 sacks, if I'm not mistaken, before he bounced on us. So, and plus there was a lot of reasons why he didn't stay, but it's just the point I'm trying to make out. Steve-O said the Lions hit in the draft on a top offensive weapon, a franchise quarterback, and a D lineman. That was a difference maker. They should have made it a deep playoff run multiple times. They blew it up too soon. That's the problem. They blew it up way too soon. Fred Jackson, the Lions be consistent in the playoffs, then you want my people taking play cuts, then you can't ask that. Huh? The Lions be consistent in the playoffs, then you want my people taking play cuts or pay cuts. I think I say pay cuts. Then you can't ask that. Oh, I can ask that all day. You can't come on here on an interview and tell me that the reason that y'all are suffering because y'all didn't have a D line and your contract was singularly the biggest contract on the team. No, you cannot do that. You didn't do anything to help the team out in terms of that area. So no. I can say that. That's 100% fact. Like Tom Brady, even now, Tom Brady took a weird contract to get the whole team back to the Bucs. This is the first time this is happening like ever, right? He took this weird contract that he has no desire of collecting on. He just wanted to find a way to do what he needed to do to get his whole team back that won a Super Bowl. And before that, to get Randy Moss there, he took pay cuts. To bring in other talent, he took pay cuts. That's what made Tom Brady great. The wife, y'all wrong. I'm just pointing this out. Now, stay with me. All right, stay with me. We won, and y'all can look this up. We won more games with Ndamukong Suh than we did with Calvin Johnson. I haven't even looked it up. I feel strong in that statement. We've won more games with Ndamukong Suh than we did with Calvin Johnson. Calvin Johnson was on a team that went 0-16. We had more respectability with Suh than we did there. So Calvin was hurt more. Calvin was hurt way more than Suh. Suh barely missed games. We all know why they asked for the money back. If that was Matt Stafford, you think they'd ask for that money back? Hell no. Yes, they would have. What are you talking about? But I will say this to you, Fred Jackson. It's something he gonna say in his interview that makes me go, So you might be on to something. Realistically, you might be on to something. I know where you're going with this, and I know what you're alluding to, but it's something he said in his interview that kind of perked me up a little bit and said, okay. So it's one of the things you got to look at. One Pride 40 says, if we consistently win games, do you believe Goff will take a pay cut to maintain a good team? He ain't gonna have no choice. We're not doing this whole break the bank for you stuff. No, you got to prove yourself. And if he earned it, then he earned it. You know, what the weekend say, you earned it. Yeah, then you earned it, you got it. If Stafford retired early, then yes, I agree, JGB. Sue was a team changer. Calvin was not. Sue is a generational talent, and Calvin was a generational talent. But Sue's impact was more because just like Aaron Donald, you have to account for him. And it frees up everybody else. It's one of the reasons when Sue went over to the Dolphins, I was like, what happened to Cameron Wake? What happened to Olivier Vernier? Like, what happened to these guys? They went from doing all the stuff on other teams, and now you got 2 and 3 guys blocking Sue, and you're not getting home. What's wrong? You know, you just coasting it. So let's see what else we got. So let's get back to the interview. I want to make sure I don't miss nothing. All right. So I'm gonna let him talk a little bit more. So hold on. Here we go. Back to the interview.
Because the NFL changed the rules of the way they could sign players.
Yeah, that's why.
No, it's a fact. No, it's a fact.
Oh, that's why.
Well, they could have signed the big three: Stafford, Calvin, and Sue.
Rob.
Now, if you wonder what he's talking about, he's basically saying this. He's basically saying that the NFL changed the rules on how you sign rookies, and had they had that rule in place when the Lions had the big three, Calvin, Sue, and Stafford, they would have been able to sign all three instead of having these big contracts. And it's the truth. It's 100% true. But let's get it.
And Rob.
I love that.
And Rob. Couldn't afford it.
So, Calvin, what are we expecting from Dan Campbell? You played with him.
Man, I'm not even gonna put nothing on him like that. I love Dan. I remember when I played with Dan, he played with one shoulder, like one that I don't know if it's 0-16 season or my first season, but he's a soldier. The guys are gonna respect him. You know, hopefully the honeymoon, phase lasts until the season. That means they're getting some wins. So that's all I have to say.
Mac, you want to wrap it with your cannabis for the weekend again?
Yeah, exactly. So on Saturday, Walled Lake.
So again, they're talking about their cannabis, and I'm trying to get to the other part of the. Oh no, it didn't. No, this damn thing didn't. Oh, I hate this. I hate technology. Anyway, they're talking about. I got to go back and find that interview. It literally just refreshed itself. I'm disgusted.
You can't believe it. You don't want.
So hold on. Let me fix it. Let me get myself back up there.
If you want, not only in downtown.
Oh my god.
I just try come on. Let's get.
Okay, where is it at?
Well, I am the.
Okay. Well, apparently, the damn thing dropped. They make me sick. I'm disgusted. Okay. Let me get back up on this. All right. Hold on. I want to make sure I get this right.
Players.
All right. Here we go.
They're gonna need to get some.
All right. So if you're not sure what they're talking about, they're having some kind of like cannabis thing going on in Wall Lake this weekend on Juneteenth. So that's one thing.
Get some help from some other folks too, but there's probably some stuff in there
So let's see. Here we go. Here we go. All right.
But we gotta. It's always an uphill battle in Detroit. It just is.
So, okay, I'm trying to line this back up, people. It is what it is.
Father's Day, which is coming up this weekend. Just you can show me your knife.
All right. So while I try to get this back on track, okay, good people.
You like to answer or to get into it because it got you.
I'm sick of this. I'm not going to play with this no more. So just kind of fast forward up a little bit. They asked Calvin a question also about Dan Campbell. He said that one thing about Dan Campbell is he knows his stuff and he's going to be able to motivate them and stuff. It's got to still pan out. He was like, but they gotta still put some more work in and stuff like that. And then it gets to a part where they asked him a question about they asked him a question about just the state of the Lions and during this part of it, they asked him about Calvin Johnson. I'm not Calvin Johnson. They asked him about Matthew Stafford. And they said, hey, what are your thoughts about Matthew Stafford and him getting traded? And he goes, I'm happy for Stafford. I just talked to him. Him and the family is excited to be in a new place. They feeling good. Everything is great. He's like, Stafford feels excited about being here. He's like, but then he makes this statement where he says, I find it funny they traded him, but they wouldn't trade me when I wanted to get traded. But it's all good though. I'm happy for Matt. And the way he said it seemed like he was a little salty. And here it is. I found it. I don't found it back, people.
Matthew's doing well.
So here we go.
And it's real. And it's, just excited about where we are. We got a lot more hills to climb, a lot more things to conquer, but that's all right with us.
Love it.
Yeah.
Hey, I can't let you go without Matthew Stafford. He's gone. Are you happy for him?
Yeah, I was talking to Matthew yesterday, man. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was talking to Matthew yesterday. Matthew's doing well. I'm happy for him because he's happy that he's out in California. Him and his beautiful family. They're loving their time out there. So when he's comfortable, he's good where he's at. You can only expect good things from him. So I look forward to seeing him out there. And plus, on top of that, we got a friend out there in receiver, Van Jefferson. Sean Jefferson. He was my receiver coach in Detroit for a long time. His son is playing with Matthew now out there, so that's pretty cool.
Now, really quick, as he get ready to go to, let me answer this. Fred Jackson says, you want people to take a pay cut, win some damn games, and people won't mind taking a pay cut. No. No. See, you are talking football. And in football, you have this thing called a salary cap. And when you have this thing called a salary cap, guess what? You need to make the team work within the salary cap. So if the whole thing is you want to win games, right, you got to take pay cuts. To show you what I mean, Dwayne Wade took a pay cut with the Miami Heat to get people to come and help him. Let me help you out some more. Look at how teams in most sports, team sports, how certain players will take less money so they can get their friends and people to come in and help them win. The Lions have players who had an opportunity to do the same thing. But what happened? Stafford took the pay cuts. We don't talk about that. Stafford took the pay cuts. Calvin did not. Sue had some other reasons. He got tired of a bunch of stuff, but his biggest issue was y'all didn't sign me before I got to free agency, and at this point, I'm at the last year of my deal, I'm ready to go. Okay? It's amazing to me how all of a sudden now it boils down to, well, win some damn games, and then I took a pay cut. How in the hell are we supposed to win? How are we supposed to win? That's like somebody saying, build me a car. I'm going to give you cotton, and I want you to build me a McLaren. You need the materials to do that. You need the materials to win. You need pieces around you to win. This is a team sport. Yes, he should have took a damn pay cut. He's making $100 million as a receiver. A receiver. And I don't care he's a Hall of Fame receiver. You can't come in here and then bitch on an interview about, oh, we didn't have this and we didn't have that, but you took all the damn money. It's a salary cap. It does not work like that. You don't get a chance to sit up there and complain when you're part of the problem. So no, not allowing that to happen. I'm not going to act like that's something we got to just look over. It's not. Looney Tunes, you Patty. I'm just saying, we're not gonna glance over that. You got to be a part of the solution. Dr. Detroit, you Patty too. Lou G. Rolo sure told Sue to hurry up and sign the damn contract after the draft. No one remembered that one. The players now are taking less money to come here with no problem. Right. And we ain't winning. But they understand that there's a plan here. There's a difference here. We cannot keep letting people get to the back against the wall and being like, oh, let's try to get them re-signed. Come on, man. The same thing happened with people like Kenny Galladay. He would have stayed here if they would have offered him that contract a whole year before he got to his final year. You could have just held him hostage. We should have been signed him, but we didn't. We failed on every level. Okay? It says different ownership in front office now, though. We shouldn't be salty to the current regime. No, I'm not. I'm not. I get it. I get it. But I just don't, but we're not finna glance and act like, oh, we just gonna overlook something. Shout out to Nomis. He in the building. JT's massive purposes in the building. I love that. JT's massive purposes. I was wrong about you. I first started rocking to your show, Straight Facts. Hey, appreciate it. Appreciate it. You know, so, I mean, look, this is one of them things, man, where I'm going to keep it objectively. I don't have a dog in the fight. I want to see my team succeed, but I also have a very special skill. Let me try to put on my Liam Neeson voice. I don't have a lot of money. Okay. And I'm not the most wealthiest, but what I do have is a particular set of skills. And I will find you. No, but real talk. I have an ability to see patterns. And so when I see certain patterns, I call them out. And I keep it objective. You cannot come and complain and say anything about we didn't have this and we didn't have that, but yet you are a part of the problem. You just can't do it. You have to be able to see that your money is going to take from somebody else. It says, yeah, the cap problem hurt us, but the Lions could have drafted better. Every Super Bowl team needs late round draft picks to contribute. That's another part of it that plays into the formula. You're right. I mean, think about it. If you wasn't going to re-sign Sue, then why take Eric Ebron over Aaron Donald? Right? Like that's the part I don't get. You should have just replaced him, but they didn't. And that's the thing that Calvin Johnson talked about not being replaced. Now, let me let him get into the question about him getting traded.
Orchard Lake St. Mary's.
There you go. Yep.
Wait, is this someone we should be keeping?
Van actually played ball here. Yeah, Orchard Lake St. Mary's. Yep.
Is this someone we need to be?
Are you a little jealous of Matthew that he got to go to another team?
You know what? It sucked that they didn't let me go, but they let Matthew go. But hey, it is what it is. I'm not mad at Matthew. I love Matthew.
Did you want to be a Raider?
Man, I would have went anywhere. Yeah.
And this is where I get irritated. This is where I get irritated because I get irritated for two parts. One, if you earlier in the show, he said he stopped playing because his body will not allow him to play no more. And I truly believe that it was the injuries on why he quit. However, you would have played anywhere. So we could have just traded you anywhere. This is where I get irritated at. It's what he's going to say after this that's going to just really drive home my irritation. If you was willing to play anywhere, then why didn't you take the pay cut to take your ass anywhere? Seriously. And I get what he's saying. Oh, it sucked that they traded him, but they didn't trade me. I get it. Because I agree with him. We should have traded Calvin Johnson's ass. The problem is how do you trade somebody when it's going to literally destroy your cap? How? He wasn't offering up no damn, I'm going to take this pay cut to get the hell up out of here. No, he wanted to be cut and cut or traded. How do you do that in a salary cap league? Tell me. You think they're going to be dumb enough to sit there and hurt themselves? Just let money die out there on the ground? No, hell, I'm not. I get mad when I see people doing stuff like, oh, I'm blowing money fast and they set it on fire. Like, you're going to cry about that later. Like, why would you do this? But this is the problem. He's right in the regard that he should have been traded. Receivers come a dime a dozen. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Receivers come a dime a dozen. There is no way, no reason, no fashion, form there, or anything else in between for why this man didn't find a way to get himself a fair deal. All he had to do was tell them, I'll take a pay cut for you to trade me. 100% with D-Town. Calvin Johnson, just like Stafford, never won anything. And Stafford, Calvin Johnson was on the 0-16 team. I mean, I agree with you, Detroit. It has grown, and it's grown a lot. It has grown a lot. And this the part that scares me. Do you think Calvin Johnson could be a tight end if he played today? Yeah. But he's saying that his body is not there. And the problem is if he did come back, we still own the rights, and we still have money that needs to be taken care of. And now we're back on the hook for some cap issues. So you have to be able to do those things. And the problem that I'm having with this is this. You're willing to play anywhere, but you wasn't willing to do anything to get yourself anywhere. You wasn't willing to take a pay cut. You wasn't willing to restructure your contract for the trade to work. You weren't even willing. You one moment it's the body, next minute you're willing to play anywhere. Now, they're going to ask him a few more questions. He's going to say a few more things because it kind of really irritated me and pissed me off. Because when is enough enough? Like, it got me to thinking, should the Lions even be kissing your ass to try to bring you back into the fold? Because you want some bull. You want some bull. If you were smart, you make more money with the Lions name on you than you do without. The endorsements you would get as a Lions receiver is going to go further. Don't believe me? Look at Terry Lawrence. Why you think he's trying to be an actor and a model and everything else? But no, we're not going to talk about that, right? We ain't gonna get into that. You would have played anywhere else. Then you had opportunity. You didn't have to sign that massive ass contract. You didn't have to sign that. You could have told them you're going to test free agency since you wanted to play anywhere else. When did you come to this conclusion? Now, early in the show, he said it was the body. He couldn't even work out with the kids at his camp. He couldn't even do that. But I'm trying to figure this out on how on one hand you could say, like, it's almost like he's talking out both ends. It is not right. It says, I doubt anybody could have afforded to trade for Calvin Johnson. I would have taken 2 first-round picks. I ain't got to be too expensive, but it's even harder when I got to worry about taking 2 first-round picks in a huge cap hit. It's ridiculous. Now, let's get back into his interview so he can finish pissing me off. He started out good, had me falling in love, then it went to a bittersweet situation.
Come on, what was your top 3 picks?
You know, I honestly, I didn't have the top 3 picks. You know, I just guys that I would have loved to play with. You know, like the top quarterbacks in the league. Obviously, Matthew is one of them. But you know, we play against Aaron Rodgers every week. Yeah. You know, so playing with him, Drew Brees, I play with him in the Pro Bowl, so that's cool. You know, just guys like that. You dream. You can always dream.
I know.
What the hell you dreaming about? Sometimes you can make a dream become a reality. You simply could have took a pay cut. You could have been playing for the Green Bay Packers if it was that serious for you to play with Aaron Rodgers. But no, you had to get the bag, right? That's what it was about, right? It was about the money. First, it was about the body and the injuries, and you couldn't handle it. Now you want to play with this quarterback. And yeah, he put Stafford in there because he got respect for Stafford. He know what Stafford did for his career. I get it. But you didn't do anything to help yourself. Nothing. Oh, I want to come back to the league. The Lions, I promise you, if him and his agent came back and said, we're going to give you this money back, restructure our contract, thus giving you this money back, and you're going to promise to trade us, the Lions would have did it. The only reason I ever supported the Lions in this whole entire fiasco known as the get my money back stuff is because you did nothing to really exit the building other than retire. And you did that as a publicity stunt because you said, well, Barry did it. I'm going to be another one to do it to spite them. That's all it was. Now, all of a sudden, you would have played anywhere. And all you had to do was move his money around. That's it. Just move your money around. You want out, move your money around. That's like right now, if a person, most times you look at most businesses and they be like, oh, I want out this business. They be like, okay, well, here's your settlement. Here's the amount of money we're going to give you for settlement. And you can take it or leave it. Take it or leave it. Go through music groups. You see it all the time. Calvin Johnson wanted his cake. He wanted it all. He wanted the cake, the ice cream, the candles on the cake. He wanted it all. He wanted the party rafters, and he wanted us to back him because we were the fan base. And when the fan base started going, yeah, we love you, Calvin, but bruh, help us help the team. You want to get traded? Cool. We cool with that. If this new regime came in and he wanted to really get traded and he still wanted to play or whatever the case may be, or he wanted to try out the tight end position or whatever, take the damn pay cut. But can't nobody trade you when there's money on the books to be paid. Oh, I want to go and play with Drew Brees. I bet you Drew Brees would have took a pay cut for you to get on the team. Was you willing to take a pay cut to go there? Could you imagine what we could have got from the Saints for Calvin Johnson? We could have reinvented the defense into the image of the damn Ravens. and still had an offense that was potent. But no, he's not satisfied there. I'm going to let some more stuff go through it because I started to realize some stuff that he said that kind of made me go, let's let him talk.
No, but did you ask?
Did I ask? Yeah, when they wouldn't, at the end there, when it was time to retire, on the way out, we asked would they release me or let me go to another team. They wouldn't.
I think Barry did the same thing. I think
you asked to be released or go to another team. Did you tell him you was going to take a pay cut? Did you tell him you was going to give him some of that money back to get the hell on? Did you tell him that? Did you tell him that you was exhausted with the process and so you wanted to get the hell on? No. Let me let him keep talking.
The Dolphins were like the leading contenders to get him, and it's unfortunate because
he's not going nowhere.
Right, he's not going anywhere, and that's part of the reason that you kind of got mad at the Lions for a few years. But we're glad you're back in the family now.
Yeah.
I'm not back in the family with the Lions or anything like that. It'd be nice too if they try to resolve things, but I mean that's.
Did y'all hear that bullshit? I ain't trying to be funny, but did y'all hear that bullshit? They'll say it's nice that you back in the family. Oh, I'm not back in the family. Or it'd be nice if they try to resolve it. It's all about the Lions trying to resolve his problems. Did y'all catch that bullshit? Am I the only one who caught that? Oh, you not back in the family. Even though they finna give you your money back. You not back in the family. This don't make no sense to me. Also, you not back. You just want your money back. And then what? And then what? So the same way Calvin treating it like it's a business, why can the Lions not do the same? Why can the Lions not be like, okay, you could be a Hall of Famer. You could be the Hall of Fame, but at the end of the day, you're still going to the Hall of Fame as a Detroit Lion. So it don't matter. You can try to denounce the Detroit Lions for all you want. Your ass still going in as a Detroit Lion because it was here where you got that Hall of Fame status. It's disgusting to me. Okay. See, I knew this was going to happen. And I love pushback. I love it. I love me some pushback. Let's talk about it. Okay. Where is it at? Right here. Not a Lion fan, but he says, what was the alternative in trying to leave? The force wasn't letting Calvin go. Calvin was either their cash cow. No. See, here's the thing. If you let him go, you get draft capital. You get players. You could have did so many things with that. The problem was it wasn't worth the cap hit. It wasn't. We was barely making the cap. And so now if you cut him, that's why when he retired, I got hyped. Because that's money we didn't have to pay. That's what it is. If he retires, we don't have to pay the money. He essentially voided the contract. We took a small percentage of it back. He don't get no more money, and we don't get nothing either. There ain't no cash cows around here. Stop playing. Calvin sold jerseys, so did Ndamukong Suh. So did Matthew Stafford. So did DeAndre Levy, Louis Delmas. A lot of people sold jerseys. Stop playing. The alternative was you find a way to get what you want, and they get what they want. But when you are in a salary cap league, you have to be able to be thought-provoking and take a pay cut. You just have to. Because nobody can trade you with that deal. You could have put it in the contract that, hey, I'm only taking this pay cut for a trade. And that could be in writing. It's legal. No, he didn't do that. I just want people to understand. For him to come and say, oh, no, we ain't smooth nothing over. But you eating off of that name. You ain't the first person to come in there and get injuries through them. They asked for it back from Barry. Barry is being more mature about it. You just still going through it. Meanwhile, acting like he loved Michigan. You only love Michigan because it's legal for marijuana to be here. And you knew it was coming. You knew it. There was no market here that was going to beat you out as Calvin Johnson, former Detroit Lions wide receiver selling weed. Who in the hell going to beat you out outside of Jay-Z? And Jay-Z ain't coming to Detroit. This is what I'm talking about. This cash cow stuff. Come on now. Come on now. Calvin Johnson was the Lions. Nobody was coming to see nobody else. That's bullshit because I'm a fan and I went for Ndamukong Suh. So stop it with the noise. I went for him and DeAndre Levy and Javid Best. You gonna tell me nobody else didn't come for that? Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. He has every right to complain. And I have every right to point out the hypocrisy that he's talking about. Nobody held him hostage. He held himself hostage. How do you trade somebody who still got millions of dollars still on their contract? The only thing that was held hostage was his damn self. If he wanted out so bad, he could have been out. He didn't do it. And that's the reality. Now, if they want to honor him at the Thanksgiving game, so be it. If they square everything away and all of a sudden now he's in the family again, okay, cool. But this shit right here getting old. If they ask a question, tell them I don't even want to talk about that no more. Seriously. You have no problem promoting yourself when you know that it's going to come back to those Lions. It's just ridiculous to me. I had to put it out there, people. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. But I'm going to tell you the truth. And I'm going to keep it objective. If he wanted to be traded, he should have put it in writing. Listen, I'll restructure my deal. Y'all get the money back. I don't want the money. And I'm out. Y'all ain't got to tell nobody that. Y'all trade it silently. Ain't nobody finna kill their cap to move one person. He talking about he'll retire. Then retire then. The same thing, that same BS that's going on right now in Green Bay. If I'm the Packers, I'm telling Aaron Rodgers, okay, you gonna retire, Aaron? Okay, well, I'm calling your bluff. Come on now. Come on. Stop playing. Come on. Stop playing, y'all. Stop making excuses because y'all in love with the player. Be in love with the helmet. Luke, you don't know what the Force was doing? What do you mean? What do you mean? You don't know what the Force was doing with this man. You just going by what Sheila doing now. Wrong. See, what you just did was called an assumption. You made an assumption that I was applying something to be related to Sheila right now. No, if you pay attention to what I'm saying, it's all related to the time that Calvin Johnson was with the team. I ain't say shit about Sheila. I ain't say nothing about this new regime. I literally said everything pertaining to his time. If he really wanted out and really wanted to go anywhere else, then why did he sign the contract in the first place? He should have just refused to sign the contract. He could have went anywhere else. If he really wanted to go anywhere else, why didn't he say offer up to restructure his contract so he can get the hell on? But he didn't. Like, come on. Don't make sense. It just don't make sense. Don Burr says Luke Johnson was Calvin Johnson was the main attraction, bro. You naming guys like Levy, Delmas, Best. Don, you're missing the point. He said nobody was coming to see nobody else but Calvin. Calvin can be the main attraction. There's always a main performer at a concert. Some people do show up for the guys in the front, though. I don't care who the main attraction is. He was not the only player on that team. There were people there for Sue. I can promise you that. There were people who traveled from Sue's old college and became Lions fans because of Sue. This ain't nothing I'm making up. This is just facts. I'm just saying. Just putting it out there. What up, though? Why you always lying? That's what's going on. Shout out to First Black Man on the Net. He says, you're right. But also, Meg wasn't going to play for no other team. His body was through. He said that earlier. He said his body was through earlier. But then he comes back with this. I would have played for anybody crap. Meanwhile, he wanted to keep all the money and still go to the other team. Stop playing. And then before he even get on the train of, look what I did for the organization. Where you was at when we were losing 16 games? Where you was at then? Where you was at when we really needed you? People forget he had a crucial fumble against the Seattle Seahawks, trying to reach out at least 4 or 5 yards away from the goal line. Stop playing. He said he wanted to be cut or traded. How you do that with a salary cap? Just put it out there. Now, I got to get into some more stuff. Got to get into a few more things. All right? Hold on 1 second. Got to get this fixed. Got to get this fixed, people. Hold on. Don't want y'all to lose me now.
I love you, Daddy.
And I love you too, son. All right, so here we go. I got that part fixed. We got to talk about something else too, people. Okay? And here's what we got to talk about, because this is very important for me. And Ndamukong Suh responded to a fan. Okay? And I loved it because it's more proof on how the thinking is. Okay? And what this fan did was this. Okay? He didn't even ask a question. He made a statement. Say it with me. Statement is what he made. All he said is defense hasn't been the same since you left. And Ndamukong Suh responded with, take out the spice and things get bland. Now, I want y'all to understand something. This is a loaded response. This is a loaded response because if you think about it, 100%, that's exactly what happened. And if you argue against me on it, God bless you, but Calvin agreed. I just played it a few moments ago where Calvin said we basically blew up our D-line after going on a run into the playoff, and they blew everything up and everybody was gone. He says, take out the spice and things get bland. And he's not lying. This is 100%. Okay? This 100% makes me want to puke. Because what Ndamukong Suh brought to this team was bigger than statistics. What he brought to this team, you can't put on the stat sheet. People can say, oh, Calvin did that, but let's be honest. No, there was ways to neutralize Calvin. To neutralize Ndamukong Suh mean to open up everyone else. Oh, the same thing happened with Calvin. No. Suh would get 2.5 and sometimes 3 people trying to stop him. Our other guys needed to win the one-on-one. And he's right. The moment they blew that D-line up that had Fairley, him, Bosch, and all them on there, Averill and all that, as soon as they blew that D-line up, the defense was in an abyss. It was hot garbage. It was not the same. There was not the same We had to outscore teams, and we was never going to do that. We ended up becoming more reliant on pass-heavy offenses. But when you look at this, and his attitude is 100% true. Every team damn near that made it to the Super Bowl, look at the damn D-line. It's spicy as hell. Cayenne, Cajun, blackened style, spicy. And you look at the Lions, and it's bland as hell. You got Ashawn Robertson and, some guy they picked up on the street from the grocery store. They added a me, you. And it started there. And when you think about the Lions, even going toward that 91 season with Jerry Ball and all them on the D-line, Owens and all of them, it was a spicy-ass D-line. Right? People talk about the 2000 Baltimore Ravens, and that D-line was spicy as hell with Tony Saragusa, Sam Adams, all them big body people. Just a bunch of big-ass people taking up space and handling their business. And we act as if though that the moment an ex-player says something, we don't know how to act. But this is a loaded response. Because he's right. They got rid of him, the spice. You don't believe me? Go and look at Aaron Donald. He had a career season with Suh next to him. The same thing Cameron Wake should have did in Miami. Now, as Numbers points out, the current D-line is kind of spicy. It's looking real familiar. But all them years we didn't have no real defense. It started up front, and then the linebackers looked to suffer. And you wonder why you got people like Jared Davis talking about something. He feel like he's going through a rebirth over there with the Jets. So he said, "Oh, I could have played better." See, he too humble to throw people under the bus. Too humble for that. But we lost the spice. Now, why am I bringing this up? Because it brings me back to the point of why you should be getting on this goddamn bandwagon. Your favorite receiver, who's in the Hall of Fame, says that you got to build it through the trenches. And the Lions decided to build it through the trenches, and people done lost their damn mind. Oh, we took an offensive tackle, a right tackle at that. We took a right tackle? Come on, man. Oh. Now they build it through the trenches, and y'all done lost y'all damn mind. But if they had to went out and got Jalen Waddles, or they had to went out and got Devontae Smith, or Jamar Chase, man, we got a receiver. Pom-poms. I'm going to buy the jersey tomorrow. This the bullshit I'm talking about. This where the blue pill thinking come in at. So now you got Dominic and Sue talking about the D-line being needing to be spicy and not bland. You got Calvin Johnson talking about it. In fact, you have a bunch of people talking about how you build it all up. Don't make sense. It don't make sense. You got people talking about, oh, put Fitzpatrick on the team. Where the hell the spice? Now look at this offensive line. You ain't even gotta see them play. It feels spicy. Dacker, Jackson, Ragnow, Big V, Sewell, D-line, Ansarike, McNeil, Michael Brockers. Outside, Trey Flowers. Come on, people. The Lions are adding the spice back to what we had. When we was happy, there was a spicy ass style to our defense. What was lacking from that was the run game. Pass heavy for 12 years. Couldn't find a coach to commit to the run to save their life. Darrell Bevel tried it. I'll give him a little credit. But the spice is back. Now, with the spice being back, we don't know how to gauge this. And then I got to see articles about things that make me want to puke. Well, we getting ranked last in this and last in that, and we gonna have the first overall pick, and we only win in 1 game or 2 games or 3 games. Don Burr says, Luke, you was live on the stream draft night, dissing the whole damn draft. That's not true. I literally said, I had another D tackle rated higher than Ansarike. I did. You didn't hear me say he was trash. I said I had somebody rated higher. When they took McNeil, I laughed. I said, wow, they must really think our D-line sucked. And then I came back day 3, and I said the more I slept on it, the more I realized that I see what the game plan is. I see what their vision is. I didn't diss the draft. Then they went on to really make me happy. They took Amon-Ra St. Brown, a guy that I told you that they should target because he can block. He can catch anything. He runs great routes. Then they took Derek Barnes, another guy that I was like, look, I would be okay with Derek Barnes. Had him in my mock draft because that's what people were doing about best player available. But no, I wasn't saying that. We ain't gonna lie like that, Don. we ain't gonna lie like that. It's recorded. Go back and listen to it. You're gonna be surprised at yourself. I'm just saying. But everybody keep telling people you win the game through the trenches. Nobody's listening. It says, you're right. Day 2 of the draft, when we hit on Levy and Aline almost made me stop listening to the DSA, everybody was depressed because guy didn't get drafted. I was all good. I was just like, oh, okay. I was like, okay. Most people didn't want it because they wanted certain people. I don't care about who you get. Did I want a safety? Hell yes. I still want a safety. We still need a safety that can bring a great deal of value. But I never said they was trash. I even said, look, the best thing going for him is he got a motor. But there was times in this game, and I can point it out, because one thing about me, I'm transparent. There were times in this game where I was like, yo, this ain't going to get. And matter of fact, first black man on that hit me up. I said, bro, I'm with it. I just had another D tackle rated higher. That's all. So that's why I say 7 to 9 wins by the bye week, 8 wins. I'm with it. You should get on board. The spice is being put back into the meal. It's not bland. You're not on the keto diet with this team. Okay? We're not on the keto diet. I'm mad as hell about this. Miss J says, imagine Jared Davis and Derek Barnes playing together. Who you blitz either one of them, who you stopping? Both of them blow up. Davis really blow up the blocker. But damn, who you stopping? One Pride 40 said that was Mobby dissing the whole drive. I don't know. I know it wasn't me. It wasn't me. Look, we got receipts. You was not happy at all with the draft until you slap on it. You're right. We got receipts. I told you go listen to it. Go back. And when you listen to it, put it on there. Give me the timestamp. We go back and I'll play it on air so they can hear exactly what I said. I said, clearly this tells me that they don't trust none of our D linemen. Y'all remember what y'all want to remember, but I remember the truth. Detroit in trenches. Never mind, man. I'm going to block me again. You so ignorant. Let me see. Y'all out here tripping. Let me see. Davis would have missed the tackle, though. It don't matter. He would have disrupted the pocket. Let me see. All right. Now, I got to switch it up one more time because I saw this article and it made me want to throw up. This article said, I'm going to do my best not to lose it on this one. This article said, it is all based off of Pro Football Focus. Y'all already know I can't stand no damn Pro Football Focus. It said Jeff Okudah had the worst slate of receivers he had to cover of all the cornerbacks that were rookies in the league. Now, I'm going to let y'all sit on that for a moment. I don't know how they come up with this stuff. And I don't care. But to say he had the toughest responsibility of any rookie cornerback in 2020 is just hogwash. It's hard. First of all, he didn't travel with the receiver, so we can stop that noise. He wasn't traveling with the best receiver. He wasn't. He was targeted. So let's get that out the way. They were sending people in motion. He wouldn't even go with them. It would go to somebody else. I can show you proof. You want to tell me, oh, yes, he did, Luke. He went against Devontae Adams. Cameron Dantzler did too. So here go they breakdown. Matter of fact, let me just, you know what? I'm going to share the screen. Let me share the screen. Because this is a bunch of bull. It just is. I'm not with this. This is excuses. And I'm not with that. Some things can be objective, but this is an excuse. Let's make this nice and big. Okay? Let's make that nice and big. The third overall pick. Highest percentage of coverage snaps coming against Pro Football Focus top 10 graded wide receivers in 2020 by rookie cornerbacks. This is their own grading scale. Their own scale that they graded for receivers. And Jeff Okudah had the toughest. 42.6. Minnesota Harrison Hand, 42.2. Cameron Dantzler, 41.1. Minnesota Jeff Gladney, 39%. Y'all notice the trend of the NFC North here? Y'all notice that? Didn't the Bears have some a rookie corner? He didn't go against Devontae Adams. He didn't go. If you think about the NFC North, we go against the same damn teams, with the exception of like 2. But now all of a sudden, I'm supposed to believe that his struggles were because he went against the toughest slate of receivers. Okay. What's the name of the receiver? Lazard? Is that his name? Lazard from the Green Bay Packers? He was tough. Ran right past him. So tough. What's the guy that was on the Bears? Mooney? Is that his name? Mooney? So tough. Ran right past him. So tough. What was the guy on, the Panthers game? The Panthers game. Remember that game? Everybody ran past him? The tight end? The fullback? Oh my God. So tough. So tough. For those who's not picking up on that, that's sarcasm. I'm not buying this. First of all, y'all know I'm not a fan of Pro Football Focus, and their grading system is hot garbage. But to tell me, hold on 1 second, because I hear my baby. I got to see what's going on with my baby. Hold on. All right. So my son is clearly living his best life. All because he don't took his shirt off. Okay, this kids do the strangest things. Okay. But look at this BS right here. This right here ain't gonna cut it. Now watch this. They're showing you, like, look at this. Devontae Adams. Look at this. That's Gladney. If I'm not, no, that's not. Who the hell's that? That Hand? That might be Hand. I can't remember. But come on. Let's get on down to the bottom of this. Cornerback Jeff Okudah, PFF grade in games with top 10 graded receivers versus the rest of the season. So what they were trying to do with this was saying that this is what it looks like when he went against receivers who were not in the top 10. He had a 62.8 overall grade. Who comes up with this bull? Like, I'm not even trying to be funny. Who comes up with this? And then they tell my son, this is him going against top receivers in weeks 2, 3, 7, and 9. He got his ass whooping 4, 6, 8, 10, and 11. Why are we going to keep acting like, oh, but he did so good against these non-good receivers? Okay. Y'all, okay, hold on. Okay. I'm going to show y'all. People be want to act like I'm tripping, but I'm just going to give y'all the reality. Objective football talk at the base. There's no way you're going to convince me that he had the worst slate of games. If you would have told me that he played in one of the worst schemes, check, he wins. If you would have told me that he had the worst D-line to play for support, check, you win. You wouldn't tell me he had the dumbest head coach, check, you win. Don't tell me he went against the like this star-studded receiving core. Don't tell me that. Now, I'm not saying he's trash. I'm not saying that. I think he's a safety. But I'm not saying he's trash. Because, see, if he don't work out at corner this year, he definitely taking his ass to safety. I'm cool. What I don't like is the excuse of this particular group trying to make it seem like they knew something we don't know. That's garbage. That I can't go with. Then it said the NFL schedule did not do Okudah any favors in his rookie season. Oh, really? Okay, well, let's take a better look at it. We're going to keep it in mind. Now, this is where he had great games, y'all. 4, 6, 8, 10, and 11. I want y'all to keep that in your head. 4, 6, 8, 10, and 11. Say it with me. 4, 6, 8, 10, and 11. Apparently, he was shutting them down. Right? Apparently, this is where it was getting done. I want to show y'all something. Hold on. Where is it at? I gotta show y'all two things. I gotta bring it up because apparently it closed out. When it comes time to telling the truth, some things they don't want you to tell. And I, for one, don't care because it's about getting to the bottom. Okay, so let's see what we got going on here. Let's see. I want to get down to the nuts and bolts of it, right? Because this is what happened. I find this irritating. I really do. I find this irritating. All right, so I'm gonna put that one up. One. Okay, I gotta get one more thing. Matter of fact, I don't even need that. I can just use this. Here we go. People, let's look at his stats. Now, this is the team that we got to look at. Okay, we got to look at Jeff Okudah. Now, according to them, he did really well in week 4. In week 4, we went against New Orleans. Right? New Orleans. He took 54% of the snaps, and that's 38 defensive snaps right there. 38 snaps. Oh, he did good. By show of hands, who in the hell saw him really shut down or even be step for step with Michael Thomas or any of those receivers in this New Orleans game? I'll wait. Tell me. Now this is Pro Football Focus, right? Week 6. Let's go to week 6. Oh, we played Atlanta. He had that one good tackle on the sideline, but for the most part, he wasn't even covering Julio. He took 92% of the snaps, 69 total snaps, wasn't even covering Julio. I'm not gonna say nothing. That ain't got nothing to do with me. That ain't none of my business. Stay with me. This is Pro Football Focus, 10 and 11. What did I say right there? Week 11, inactive. Everybody want to swear by this bullshit. They didn't even know he didn't play. They didn't even play. Week 10, he did so good. 24 snaps. So good. This. Okay, hold on. Let me get back over here. Let me get over here. I don't want y'all to miss this. Everybody love talking about Pro Football Focus. Go to yards allowed. Let's go to yards allowed. Let's see. Let's go to yards allowed. Where we at? I gotta go to the advanced stats for that. How do I show his yards allowed? Jesus, let me think. Gotta remember how to do that. I'm drawing such a damn blank right now. Damn it. I can't remember how to do. You know what? I'm just go to one of these games. Let's go to his week 20 game. Let's see how that look. Let's see what happened with that. Let's see how we doing on this front. All right, let's see. Let's see. Who is this right here? It's the Lions. All right. So let's go down here. Let's take a look. See. So DJ Moore. Who in the hell? Philip Walker. Is that the damn quarterback? That was the damn. Oh my God, bro. Okay. All right. I'm not gonna get upset. I'm not gonna get upset. DJ Moore, 127 yards on 7 receptions. Let's see. Curtis Samuel, 8 receptions, 70 yards. I mean, bro, come on. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. What y'all want to see? What is it that y'all need to see? He has not. Who? If he was covering DJ Moore, he looked bad. If he was covering Curtis Samuel, he looked bad. Who you gonna tell me he covered? Mike Davis? We know that's a lie. He's a running back. If he covered Robbie Anderson, he looked bad. Show me where he looks good. Yeah, I can't. I just want y'all to be able to see it. I can't. This is one of the games where he didn't go against their top 10 receivers. They torched him all damn game. This is Pro Football Focus. This is what y'all get. This is the thing that y'all support. This right here. This Pro Football Focus crap. These are the times that he didn't go against top 10 receivers. This the grade he got. 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. I'm moving on to the next topic, people. Y'all get my drift. Stop making excuses for our people like this, okay? He had a rough rookie year. It is what it is. It sucked, okay? Let's get better. Let's be better, and we ain't got to get into it, all right? Let me get to my next topic because I can't. I got to hit on a few things. I want to get to y'all questions because I'm disgusted. This one right here is a fun one. Fill in the blank, people. For the Lions to be successful this season, they must do what? I'll wait. Tell me what they must do to be successful. Tell me. Fill in the blank. In order for the Lions to be successful, they must do what? I want to know what y'all thoughts are. Fill in the blank. Says you got to go to advanced game logs. I can go to that. I'll go to that while y'all filling it in. Fill in the blank. In order for the Lions to be successful this season, they must do what? We got win. That's too easy. That's weak. You got to come on now. Dig deep. Dig deep. I know it's frustrating and it's hard to do so, but dig deep. Don't just tell me win. Winning is the first step. We know that, but something got to happen before we get to the win. That's what we got to get to. That's where we got to be at. I'll give y'all a minute. Now, because I could not remember how to get to this damn advanced stats. I get irritated. And then I get to moving the hell on. All right. So let's see what we got for this question. We got, make sure I ain't cheating nobody now. Run the ball. Okay, I can run with that. Win. That's a little weak. Come on, Looney. You can do better. Run the ball. I'm with you. Mind their own damn business. Facts. I'm not concerned with what everybody else doing. I got to mind my business. That's a good one. Win at least 7 games. Okay. Pass rush. I like that. Merge with the Packers organization. I can't even get mad at you for that. Stay healthy. I like that one too. They have to run the ball and stop the run. I like that. Run the ball and stop the run. I can't get mad at those. It says they imagine this is off the chain. I know one thing, our defense needs to stop taking plays off. Yep, run the ball, establish an identity on the field. I like that one. That's a good one. Let me see what y'all got. Develop players. That's definitely a damn good one. Keep teams under 23 points. Ooh, that's intriguing. If we doing that, we talking about a real good defense. Put players in position to succeed. This might be my favorite right here. Put them in the right position to succeed. That's the actual one that I was going to go with because in order for them to be successful, you have to play to the player's strength. Okay? You cannot allow for the players to come in and you say, oh, you technically not a 3-4 guy? We're going to make you one. No. Play to their strength. Cap Ice Cole says, grind in every game. Keep it close and hope the kicker hits. I don't want to depend on the kicker. Put the game out of the reach in the first half. Let's do that. Win in the trenches and have good health and competent coaching. Like that one too. Control the trenches. Who's going to be better this year, Fields or Love? I mean, when is Fields going to get in? If A-Rod don't come back, Love started immediately. And I think that early start can give him a better chance. Keep ketchup out of trunks. Oh, my God. It keeps hunting. Whoever did that, do not put ketchup in the trunk. Especially if the trunk is hot. Bulgarians, your patty is showing. Stop doing that. Lions have to stop taking off plays and make better decisions. Run the damn ball. I'm with you. Game clock management. Run the football. Let's see. Make sure I don't miss nobody's stuff. I want to make sure we know what it is. Win 11 to 13 games. Apply pressure on the quarterback, making it easier for the secondary to give Goff some time. He'll do his thing, and the run game needs to get going with Swift and Williams. Damn, way to come through with the clutch, Andrew. I like it. I love well thought out answers. Play physical football. I can rock with that. Get to the quarterback. Very fucking important. Put our culture in effect. I like that too. Stop smoking weed before games and stay healthy, protect each other, and keep the team at 10 points. I got it. Let's see. Competent coaching. I mean, it's funny because there's a lot of things that we're bite off at least 5 kneecaps a game. Damn. It says literally bite off some kneecaps. Literally. No more rocket science. That's a very huge one. Winning changed the whole culture, which curves everything. Trust each other and keep. Okay, I'm loving y'all answers, but for me, it has to be putting the players in their best position. It has to be. If you're going to be successful this season, you got to play to their strengths. If you got a guy who's a zone runner, don't try to have him doing anything outside of zone running. Don't. If you got a guy who's better as a zone coverage corner, don't tell him he's going to play man 40 and 50 and 60% of the time. Don't do that. We're not doing that. Okay. So you can't have that. Okay. Now I just really quick because I wanted to go back because I know that Elk Production asked me to go and look at this. So I went to the advanced stats. Now, again, he wanted me to look at it based on this weeks 4, 6, 8, 10, and 11. Weeks 4, 6, 8, 10, and 11. So right here, where we at? Game 4, right here against New Orleans. He was targeted 3 times, gave up 2 catches. Let me see, 17 yards here. Again, not traveling. He wasn't covering nobody. He wasn't covering what's the dude's name? Mike Thomas. What's the other number? 4, 6, 8. Let me see. I'm gonna go to here. Game 6 against Atlanta. Targeted 8 times, gave up 4 catches, 43 yards. 10.8 yards completion. Let me see. I don't know how the hell we don't blitz nobody. This mind-boggling to me. How the hell, I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm leaving it alone. It's not for me. All right, Luke, it's not for you. 8, 10, and 11. 8, 10, and 11. So we had 8. He was targeted 3 times, and all 3 passes were completed. He was not on Justin Jefferson. Maybe Adam Thielen. Probably. Whoever it was that caught all 3 of these were damn, but 63 yards. Damn, he gave up 7 catches against Jacksonville. Jesus. That's not what's up at all. 94 yards? Let's see. They said week 10. Week 10, he gave up 7 for 7 catches, which is 100% and 103. Again, like I said, I didn't even look at this because I couldn't figure out how to find it. But I knew better. My eyes saw it. He was not good against quote-unquote non-top 10 receivers. That's BS. And 11, well, we know that there is no 11, right? Because that didn't happen, right? It just didn't happen. So that answers your question, L Production. I hope it did. But yeah, that's not gonna. He can kick rocks with that. But let's talk about this question. That didn't help at all. He said that didn't help at all. I didn't even need the stats. I just remember what I remember from watching the games. And I'm like, bruh, you weren't even traveling with the best receiver. They was just targeting you because they knew that you couldn't do nothing. And it wasn't even the best receiver they was using. They was using anybody. So just saying, what's going on, Carl Cranford? But that's what I want. In order for this team to be successful, fill in the blank, what must they do? And for me, they got to get these people into their strength. They have to. One of the things I used to love about Jim Schwartz, you were seeing Ndamukong Suh at the end, D tackle, over the nose, off the nose. I mean, you see him all over the damn field. One time they had him stand up. Y'all remember that game? They had him stand up in a 2-point. And you should have saw the tight end. He was supposed to run out on the route. He ended up fighting with his ass, trying to help the damn tackle stop him. That's what I want to see. I want to see that. And if you play to a person's strength, we doing big things. We doing it fast. And I'm just sitting here running through my head, and I'm thinking to myself, this is where we at. This team can be successful just off of the virtual point of they care about who leadership is. But it boils down to being simple. It boils down to being simple. Put them in the best position to be the best version of themselves. Then you'll be able to stop the run and run the ball. We had games where Adrian Peterson could have probably had 200 yards rushing. We shut him down. Games where Swift could have probably had 300 all-purpose yards. We shut him down. We got to be able to trust these players and have them play to their strength. And we're not doing that. Now, this year, I suspect that we will do it. Shout out to you, D. Williams. Thank you for joining. I suspect that we will do it. Luke, you know when we play New Orleans next time, I bet you there'll be primetime game. I don't think we play New Orleans this year. So I know we don't play them this year. It's going to come down. I forgot how the rotation worked. If I sat here and I thought about it realistically, I can tell you, but it's like it rotates like through the different divisions and then different spots and stuff. It's one of the reasons why we keep playing damn Cardinals. It's ridiculous. Just ridiculous. But we talk about that thing called a run. If you look at the first, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Look at the first 8 games. How many of them teams is really running teams? San Francisco, yep, they run that ball. Green Bay, they gonna try to run it this year because A-Rod ain't there. Baltimore, I mean, they got the quarterback who can run, so they'll try it with him. The Bears, they don't know how to commit to the run. Vikings, if Devin Cook is healthy, they running that ball. The Bengals try to run the ball, but I think now because they got Jamar Chase, they're gonna try to sell tickets. The Rams, because now they got Stafford, they're gonna try to sell tickets. And the Eagles, I don't know what to make of the Eagles just yet this year. They got new coaching and things like that, and I'm still paying attention to them to see how they get down. But I'm just saying, if this team gonna be successful, we got to do certain things. And what I love about what you guys did today in the chat is there was a common goal: stop the run and run the ball, have competent coaching, be competitive. Like there was a common statement from a lot of people, and I love seeing that. We're getting better as fans. We're putting the blue pills down and thinking more analytical. No, I ain't gonna say analytical. We're just thinking more conscious. We're being more conscious in our thinking. Because you got to be objective. It's not about how you feel. It's about what information you have to look at. You got Hall of Fame people talking about it. Lomas Brown was talking about the offensive line. Herman Moore was talking about the offensive line and the defensive line needing to be the focal points and stuff. Like everybody understands this. And the Lions did just that this year, and we got to start to get on board. It just is what it is. There's no getting around it. There's no sugarcoating it. It just is what it is. Now, at this point, I'm taking y'all questions. Any questions y'all got? I'm all in the building for it. I had to go a little bit hard on Calvin a little bit because, like I said, he started out hot, but then he ticked me off. I'm not accepting certain excuses. Okay? I'm not doing it. I like that, Carl. Think like we woke. Wake the hell up. I've been trying to do this for a while. That's why I always say put football in perspective. Do it in perspective. This is how you talk ball. Put it in perspective. That's all we're trying to do. Let's see. It says mix up our coverage and blitz more. 100%. Let's see. Dan Campbell versus Sean Payton. That's going to be intriguing, but it ain't going to be this year. Well, if we get to the playoffs and they get to the playoffs, yeah. Who was your other defensive tackle rated higher than Levy? I had the word, I cannot pronounce his name, but I'm just going to type it in and see if it bring it up because I cannot pronounce his damn name, and you ain't going to embarrass me today. So I'm going to type his name in, but he played for UCLA, and I had him rated higher, and he was still there, and I thought we could have taken him. So, I'm finna type his name in. Hold on. Because I cannot pronounce that man's name. I swear I can't. Let me see. All right, here we go. I always botch this dude's name. Yeah, y'all not finna embarrass me. Y'all trying to be funny. Let me see if I can get this dude's name up here. All right, here we go. If you can say his name, more power to you. That's his name. Osei Dizzy Woo. Bro, I'm not finna play with this man's name. I'm not finna play with his name. I'm being honest. I had him rated higher. Because I give you a higher grade when you are consistent in your one-on-ones and your get off. So I break it like this. Are you the first one off the line of scrimmage when the ball is snapped? I saw that with him. Are you playing with finesse, or are you all power? Are you a little bit of both? I saw finesse and power with him. With Enrique, I saw power and I saw finesse, but I noticed that Enrique uses more power than finesse. Then I started looking for pass rush moves. I saw this guy had some pass rush moves. Enrique, he's just gonna try to bully you on his way to the thing. And he had a few moves, but it was like it wasn't always athletic in a way, in my opinion. Like he had this one game he was going against, surprisingly, Oregon, and he did this spin. I was like, oh, that's a dope ass spin, right? And then the next play he came back and he did to me the worst swim move I ever seen. I'm like, that's why my man got in your pads. It was too high. So those little things do make me look at you a little bit different, but I can't pronounce dog names, so you wasn't finna embarrass me with that. Okay. He thought you was finna make fun of me. Ha ha ha. Nah, not today. Angelo says, Luke, do you think Okuda's groin injury was a serious problem last season? I think it became a problem when he needed it to be. I do. I think it became a problem when he needed it to be. Let him tell it. I've been playing with this groin injury all in Ohio State. Well, what happened with the Lions? So now when it became convenient for you, then now it's an excuse. So it's hard for me to say, but I think he found the reason to use it for a good purpose. Now it's fixed. So I don't want to hear that. I shouldn't see the same things. You're going to have more competent coaching. You're going to have better positional players to help around you. So I shouldn't see that, what I saw the first season. Some of you been woke, just been waiting for the rest of them to get woke. But it's while we party and they can come in, they can be late to the party. We'll still let them through the door. Then added other NFC teams that finished in the same spot in their division as we did in ours, and that's the schedule. Oh, okay. I like I said, if I thought about it, I could have remembered it. Who would be more of a terror? Levi, or hands down, because they're going to have him playing at that DN spot. I think Levi's going to be more of a terror. I literally do, because he's going to get more opportunities at one-on-ones with that pressure coming off the edge from Okor brothers. So you're talking about that coming off the edge. They're going to use Aleem McNeil more like, take up space, like Vincent Wilford. Work your way to him, but take up space. That's how I see it happening. I just remember Jameis Winston's on that team. Probably him. Yeah, he's going to be the head coach. The quarterback for them. They've already basically said he was. I'm not sure why, but they said he was. No, he won't be better than Fairley, in my opinion. I think he has a potential to be, but he's not. They're going to be asked to do two different things. Fairley played in the 4-3. He's a true nose tackle. So they're going to get asked to do things differently. And I think you can still gauge the two, but I think Fairley had more success because he had who was next to him and how he was used and moved around in the scheme. This guy is not going to be used as DN. He's going to be the nose tackle. Take up space and hold it down. That's what he is. Let me see. What's our odds of making the playoff this year? Pretty damn good. I want to put a percentage on it, but you know what? I'll do it. Fine. I give it 65%. Chance that they can make the playoffs. because I believe that they can win 8 games. I know that there are 8 games they can win. It's just finding those other 2 to get to 10-7. The question is 10-7 going to be enough to get in the playoffs? Now, if they go 10-7 and don't make the playoffs, who's going to be mad at that? Like, shoot, it is what it is. You must have gave him a nickname. They're in trouble. Let me see. Osei is a beast. You ain't got to tell me. I just can't pronounce his damn name. Oh, I hope I said the first part right. Osei? I hope I said that right. But I had him rated higher. Just because I was like, yo, this dude is moving people. And I'm not talking about like, oh, I swift past him. No, he literally moving them. I don't, so like I said, I like the motor on Levi, but that dude, that UCLA dude, I was like, yo, I like him. The Lions, it says, Luigi, the Lions will make the playoff this year. If you believe it, I believe it. I ain't mad at it. I got them between 8 and 10 games. So I'm right there. Oh, Dig Hazuwa, I think. Well, okay. Well, I hope you're right, because you got me out here repeating it. I hope you was right about it. Got me out here looking strange now. They already making fun of me. I hope you broke that down right. I just could not pronounce dog's name. Jeff Rising said he believes that the Lions don't have enough talent on the depth to compete. Okay, I don't agree, but what do you think, Luke? I don't agree, Darren. I don't. What does it mean, talent? How much talent did the Lions have in 91? Did they talent? If you look at their talent when they had a dope dog defense, it was a bunch of late round guys, with the exception of Fairley and Sue. The rest of those people were 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th round picks, and they still was having success. It's not always necessarily around having a super squad. Hell, New England had somewhat of a super squad, won every single game, and ran into a team of from a wild card, if I'm not mistaken, and lost in the biggest game of their lives. So no, I think we have plenty of talent to win, and I think there's teams on here we can beat. Like I'm not worried about the 49ers. You telling me game 1, they're traveling from the West Coast to the East Coast to play us at 1 p.m. Their brains is still going to be 3 hours behind. And then on top of that, you talking about them coming in with no film on us. We got film on them. Who's their starting quarterback? Don't tell me Jimmy G. He ain't for taking no risk throwing the ball down the field, so everything going to be in front of us. Oh, you going to put the rookie in? Bet. He haven't learned how to slide. I'm just putting it out there. Like, you want to tell me the Bengals are supposed to be a threat coming to play us at home? I'm not worried about them. I'm not. The Eagles is a threat? Come on now. Stop playing. There are games on here that I feel like we can win. So to me, yeah, I don't agree with Jeff. And Jeff supposed to be coming on. So I'm going to have to talk to him. I'm going to have to talk to him about that. Like, what you mean we ain't got no talent? Do you think Armani will play the nickel or the number 2? Right now, it's been a lot of talk that the number 2 spot is up for grabs. I don't put anything past this coaching staff. They're going to do what's best for the team. I don't see how Dunbar can outbeat or outplay or outperform Armani. I just don't. I know that there's been a lot of hype in terms of the nickel spot for Ford. I can see Ford probably winning it over Corey Elder, but my soul tells me it's going to be Amani, Okuda, and Elder. And then Dunbar is your depth guy, and then Ford. So, either way it go, he needs to be on the field. Let's put it that way. Hatter House is going to do it for me. He says, "Oh, Dig Izua. Oh, Dig Izua." Okay. I ain't going to remember that, but I appreciate that breakdown. Oh, Dig Izua. I just know I like the way he play. I really like the way he play. Let me see what other questions we got here. Do you think the NFL will ever wise up about CBD as a pain treatment instead of addicted? I think they have. I think they announced, was it this season or part of the end of last season, where they were going to be lessening penalties for people who did smoke, medical stuff and did things medically, as long as it was by a doctor. So I think they are moving in that direction. And the honest to God truth is I don't know about y'all, but I've been on Earth for a pretty good amount of years, and I've never heard of nobody getting lung cancer who smoked that herb. I've never heard of that. But cigarettes, cigars, hookah, I've seen those people already. I've been on the other side of watching those people suffer. It says, I'm a UCLA fan, Cali Rays. Oh, so that's how you know how to pronounce his name. Yeah, I had no clue in the world how to pronounce his damn name. So good for you. I couldn't. That boy can play. I like him. Let me see. Lil G meant some of us been woke, just been waiting for the rest to be woke. My bad, Luke. Typing too fast. It's okay. Luke, what's one phrase you hate when commentators say it? Oh my God, Shades. That's I got a bunch of these damn phrases. Okay. Let's see. I gotta find one of like the worst of the worst ones. The number one I hate. Let me see. Damn, this is gonna be hard because I got a bunch of them. They say they'd be pissing me off. Like, wow, why they gotta say that? Okay. One of the ones that I hate is is if you ever notice that in the game when they're trying to fill in for the airtime and they're trying to talk about a player and they want to bring up his history and they go, you know, this player has really done well for himself. His mother was a crackhead. You'd be like, wait a minute, bro. Hold up. Wait a minute. What does it mean that he's done well for himself? What can we talk about football? Or when they say this one right here, it looks like they're going to call it fake. Well, we can see that. Like, I hate anything that's obvious, to be honest with you, Shay. If it's obvious as hell, like, I don't want it. It's just too many of them that I could think of phrase-wise that I just be like, nope, can't do it. Fair enough, I almost always forget the kid's name after we don't draft them. It's hard. Our entire D-line going to eat. I agree. Luke, you think anyone on this coaching staff is going to leave or go somewhere next season? If so, who? I do. And that was a topic I was saving to talk to Easy about. He was going to join me, and I was going to talk to him about it because I believe this could be a chance. If the Lions win 9 or 10 games, we're losing some coaches. Fairly, we're going to lose fairly. My number one candidate for being lost, and I hate to say this, my number one candidate is Farley, however you pronounce his name, the offensive line coach, because I think that with Lynn's going to want to see this through for at least a second year. Then after that, he'll bounce. Glenn, if he filled a top 10 defense, they still not going to give him a head coaching job. They're going to say it's a fluke. Deuce is up there for it. He's another one that could be possibly gone, but I'm going with my main man, Farley, Haley, or whatever his name is, the offensive line guy. Does Levi have Sue mentality? No. No, easy answer. No. When I see the Sue mentality, I'll let you know. No. Well, let me see. How you put it? Penne? I hope I said that right. However you spell it. Get a lot of run this year. I think he will. He's going to have to. That's where the depth is at. So I think you're going to see that. 65% chance of playoffs. Yep, that's my number. If Rodgers is gone, it's up for grabs. I ain't worried about Rodgers. I really am not. Let me see. I'm trying to make sure I don't miss nothing. What's our linebacker depth chart going to look like? I love this one, Carl. Did Carl switch his picture that quick? Damn, that was fast. What I love about this one is this. I think you're going to have your starters be outside linebacker Romeo Core, and you're going to get Trey Flowers at the outside linebackers. I think your inside linebackers are going to be Collins and Derek Barnes. I think backup outside linebackers is Julian Okor, Charles Harris. Backup interior guys is going to be Jelani Tavai and Jalen Reeves-Maben. And then I think they're going to keep one guy for special teams, one or two guys for special teams, maybe Dion and what's the guy's name? Jesus, I'm drawing a blank on his damn name. Pittman. I think they're going your depth for the linebacker crew. Remember, not every team on our schedule who was good last year will be good this year. Facts. Luke, that 49er game is sold out. I know. I know. I tried to get tickets, and it just it's a no-go. So I just said, F it. I'll watch it at home, and it might even better. Luke, did you see a DN from 49ers is suspended 6 games? Ooh, who? Tell me who. I did not see that. I haven't started to do the scouting yet. Yeah, 49ers game is going to have 65,000 plus drunk fans who've been waiting. That's what I'm saying, man. They nothing, bruh. It's finna be so damn loud in there. It's finna be so loud in there. There's no way. I heard the Ravens game sold out too. Fans are hyped. Fans are hyped. Let me see. Make sure I ain't missing nothing. Let me see. You got to scroll through it. Hey, what's up, man? Just know I'm going to get with you. 100%. I reached out. So, okay. We faced the 49ers in week 1 at home in 1981, the same season. The 49ers won the title in Detroit later that season. It won't happen this time. Luke, how you know that? You don't smoke. How I know that? I never heard of nobody getting lung cancer from weed. Is that what you're talking about? Or that they're going to get over it? Like, let me see. So I'm just trying to figure it out. Like, which one are you talking about? Like my father passed away from lung cancer, and he didn't smoke, but he worked in an environment where he took secondhand smoke, and he still ended up with lung cancer. So, and I got a friend who had to battle lung cancer after he started doing I think it's called hookah. It was like that little long straw thing. So yeah, Farley. Yeah, let me see. Make sure I ain't forgetting nobody. I hate when refs review a call for 5 minutes and still get it wrong. Lil G, my neighbor younger brother was in the paper for signing with a team overseas. They brought up how his older brother was in prison. It had nothing to do with this article. Shaking my damn head. I just hate it. I hate it when they do that. There's no reason for it. It's ridiculous. Says, where is he going to be as an OC? I think he's going to be an offensive coordinator. Somebody give him a shot. Am I the only one scared of the Vikings? Nah, they bother me a little bit because I think they have revamped their defense. But there's a reason I can get the fear out of you, and I'm going to talk about that when I get easy on. My boy is a Niner fan from Sacramento, and he's planning on coming to Detroit that weekend for the game. Wow. So they travel. Okay. Make sure I ain't miss nobody. I already secured the bag with the Bills preseason game and the Ravens game. Awesome. All right, well, listen, people. That's been my show for the day. I hope you enjoyed it. I've been on for almost two hours. So I'll get into the final thoughts. As you know, I like to try to end the show on a positive note and uplift people who listen. I appreciate everyone who comes here, whether you agree or disagree with me. Feel free to hit me up, and I'll try to get you on the show. I'm trying to get back to normalcy as I deal with some of the losses I had to deal with this year early on. But, I'm doing my best. You know what I'm saying? Can't be 100% perfect, but I can do the best. It says, you said you the people that didn't die from smoking weed or get cancer. Yeah, excuse me. I have a lot of people in my family who smoke weed. I'm serious. Like I'm probably the only one that don't. Like my grandma still smokes to this day. And she is, what is my grandma? 79 going on 80. So she's 79 going on 80 and she still smokes. She's been smoking for years, bro. She's never had a lung issue ever. Okay, like 100%. So that's what I'm saying. But I could be wrong. Just saying, could be wrong. Today's possible quote comes from the internet because I'm not sure who said this, but I liked it when I saw it. It says, never discourage anyone who continually make progress no matter how slow it is. I'm going to repeat it again. Never discourage anyone who is continually making progress no matter how slow it is. People, see, some of y'all don't know how to pick people up when they're down. Some of y'all don't know how to support people when they're running. But you know what I've learned? I've learned that at some point in time in your life, you're going to have to be a cheerleader. And too often when you're cheering, you need to make sure you have the right cheer to get the person to continue to their direction. I know people who have went to college 12 years to get their bachelor. I know people who have been in college 10 years to get their associates. And I have seen people who have taken 20 years to start their first business. My point is this. I cheerleaded for them the entire time. I never once downed them or discouraged them or pushed them back, because that's not what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to find a way to be even more human when the road is even slower. It's at that time that it's the most challenging part of them to be the best versions of themselves. I mean, let's think about it. If you were trying for, say, I don't know, 10 or 15 years to take a breath, would you want somebody to come up and be like, just let it go, give up? No. You see, when we discourage those people because they're going too slow, and we're saying things like, dang, you still in school? Dang, you ain't did this yet? Oh, wow, you still ain't did that? What you're really saying to them is this. I ain't shit. See, I want you to go back to it. You notice how I reverted back to you? Because what you do when you do that, it comes back to you. You're saying more about yourself than you are about them. Because if you could have did it faster, you would have done it. Do not get caught up in the web of hypocrisy. Do not find yourself behind the 8-ball trying to move people in a way because you think it's not moving fast enough. Okay? I want you to understand that it is in our DNA, genetic code, the whole making of us, to do nothing more and then to lift the person next to us up. You can't lift nobody up if every time they do something, you're questioning the time on it. The problem is that you missed the point. They're not worried about the time. The time is going to pass anyway. They're worried about the task. And rather than you know it or not, they don't need your words of, oh, damn, you still doing this, to mess them up. I'm challenging you to find something else to say to them, to keep them pushed through all the hard times, to help them stand straight up. If you can find a way to do that, then you are once again proving that you are human. And it is that love that they need, and it's that love that they will give you back for that push. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for rocking with my show. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to have a special guest on tomorrow. Okay, so be ready for it. It's another YouTuber. He said some blasphemy, so I got to talk to him about it. We're going to have fun with it, though, but keep it respectful. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, don't be no chump. Please do your research. I'm out.